On behalf of the school board, administration, and staff of Hayfield Community Schools, welcome to a video overview of the 2017 bond referendum scheduled to vote on Monday, September 11th, 2017. One of the first things to realize is that needs at Hayfield schools have been apparent. When you consider the age of the facility dating all the way back to 1957, meaning 60 years old, roughly 2/3 of the facility is greater than 40+ years. If you were to take a look at the components that comprise the school and start to plot life expectancy of those systems versus actual age, you'll find in many situations actual age outpaced useful life by sometimes a 3-to-1 margin. The school board, realizing this, enlisted the support of professional engineers and architects to conduct a comprehensive asset assessment of all the building infrastructure and even some of the educational needs of Hayfield School. These needs can be broken down into 16 functional groups. If you were to look at aggregate, the professional engineers and architects broke each of those systems down into one of 5 categories, ranging from danger, where the system has failed or is causing a safety hazard, all the way through acceptable, meaning the system itself is in good condition and has plenty of useful life remaining. These systems can be broken down on an item-by-item basis. In all, there were roughly about 120 needs and systems that the school board considered and evaluated. The facility committee, comprised of the school board, administration, and staff, ranked each of the over 120 needs items on a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the most urgent and important, ranging all the way to 5, which are needs that will probably never be addressed. In all, the board identified $24 million of what they termed to be high priority needs. Those can be broken down into infrastructure, education, safety and security, and community and activities. To the benefit of Hayfield Community Schools and the constituents it serves, in April of 2017, the Minnesota Department of Education awarded the district roughly $9.7 million of Qualified Zone Academy bonds, or QZABs. The district was the only in Minnesota to receive this award over the last 2 years. And the benefit of this is that this form of financing will save constituents and taxpayers greater than $2.2 million over the term of the bond, of course, depending upon interest rates. The good news is that because of retiring debt, the net effect of these projects will not raise taxes. Unfortunately, this was time sensitive, and the board needed to act by June of 2017 or risk losing the QZAB allocation. After an involved prioritization process and careful consideration, the board identified roughly $9.7 million of facility improvements to heating and electrical systems, ventilation and air conditioning, and life safety systems, and designated this work to use a one-time levy authority granted under Minnesota statute and by approval of the Minnesota Department of Education, and associated this work with QZABs. Having previously identified roughly $24 million of high priority needs, and having been awarded $9.7 million of QZABs and needing to act on those by June 2017, they recognized that $14.3 million of high priority needs remained. The board decided to put these needs to vote, and they did so on September 11th, 2017. They broke the remaining needs into 2 questions based upon category. First of all, question 1, infrastructure and learning environments, and second, safety and security and enhanced student and community spaces. One can learn more about the details of question 1, in particular building infrastructure and how the learning environments at Hayfield School will be improved, by visiting the district website and viewing other videos similar to this. One can then review the specifics again of how the facility itself will be revitalized. One of the key questions that many will have is, what will this cost me? If you own agricultural land with an average value of $6,000 per acre, by passing both referendum questions, the net tax impact to you will be $2.67 per acre per year. Hayfield Community Schools has been a good steward of taxpayer resources, and when compared with districts in the area, is one of the lower taxing districts. If you own a home, again, by passing both referendum questions, the net tax impact will be approximately $7 per month. And once again, to get a sense of relativity, you could see that Hayfield Community Schools has been a good steward of taxpayer resources, and again is one of the lower taxing districts in the region. One can determine more about your specific property tax impact by visiting a website established by the district's financial advisor. If you visit the website, one of the things you may notice is that the taxation may be more than represented in this video. That's because the calculator does not take into account the tax reduction associated with QZABs. And that's reflected here in this table. So that if you were to net the taxes associated with QZABs, and then the taxes that you'll find on the calculator, the net would be the amount that your taxes will be affected in 2018. What can you do? We implore you to make an informed decision and vote. Working backwards from September 11th, you'll have many opportunities to get informed. There'll be public meetings both in Brownsdale and in Hayfield. There are several informational packages available on the district website, and there are several informational videos as well on the district website. Thanks in advance for your participation in this effort and for helping determine the future of Hayfield Community Schools.